Hello and welcome to the Hardison and Cochran podcast. In today's episode, North Carolina Workers' Compensation Board-Certified Specialist Attorney Ben Cochran will be answering the question, what factors are considered when determining the value of a North Carolina workers' compensation claim? Now, here's Ben Cochran.
In North Carolina, every workers' compensation claim is different. When you are looking at a workers' compensation claim and you are discussing values and how to determine what the overall value of a case is, there are several different factors that you take into consideration. Predominantly in North Carolina, everything is based upon an individual's wage, based upon how much money they were making at the time. Most of the factors that we deal with are a function or a computation upon the person's compensation rate. Your compensation rate in North Carolina is based upon 2/3 of your average weekly wage, which is computed by 52 weeks of your prior earnings. Once you have determined what the compensation rate is, depending on how your claim resolves, most of the time your settlement is some type of computation or variable that is the result of multiplying that wage by an individual's loss in wage earning capacity, depending on if they are unable to return back to their job and how long it will take them to return to work, or based upon a body part and a schedule of injuries to determine as a function of a particular statute as to how much someone is entitled to for an overall percentage loss to a body part. So fundamentally, when you break down those two ways that the claims resolve in North Carolina, the primary foundation is how much someone earns in their compensation rate. Another factor that we look at is how long an individual is going to be out of work. And a lot of that depends on their age, the employer, their training, their skills, pretty much their vocational background, as well as their education and training. So those are the different factors that you will ultimately need to assess in order to determine exactly what type of compensation you or someone you loved is owed. And if you have any questions and you want to flush that out further, give us a call.
Thank you for listening to the Hardison and Cochran podcast. If you had any questions, feel free to contact the firm through their website at lawyernc.com. Once again, that's lawyernc.com. We hope you have a great day. Listening to this podcast does not create an attorney-client relationship between you and Hardison and Cochran. Hardison and Cochran does not accept new clients until obtaining a signed agreement. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be intended or taken as legal advice. If you have a legal matter, contact a licensed attorney in your state about your specific set of circumstances.